My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. As Regent, I do like rolling the bones. Oh wow, that's a 4 rest 2 elite left hand? Hell yeah. Gimme. Okay, that's actually not gonna help. the 11 more max HP helps slightly, but no more than the decay hurts me. In fact, significantly less than the decay hurts me. And then Lava Rock is going to give us additional relics after we defeat the Waterfall Giant. So we're taking a very hard line, and then at the end of that, if we survive, we get a bonus. This one's going to be tough. Should have focused on the front line last turn, unfortunately did not. Thankfully covered with a pretty perfect draw the turn after. And enemy's dead next turn. All right, every single pick just has to be about how do I defeat elites. Glitter Stream, consistency of defense, really important against the Waterfall Giant as well. Actually, nope. Before I even draw the next hand, I'm going to change. I don't want that Venerate out that turn. The double strike on the front line sets up the ability to take it out. That's really important to have. Yeah, even if I don't take it out this turn, it's really important that I had the ability. Would have required the Falling Star draw, of course. Okay. Glitter Stream Strike, and should be able to mop up the rest of this. Not much issue. Defense Strike, Tadpole down. Cosmic Indifference, Crush Under. Let's get an AoE clear. I mean, we're getting cards that'll help. But Lucky Tonic certainly helps on this floor, especially. Glitter Stream defends so the decay doesn't deal damage. Sadly didn't draw into lethal, so I gotta take another 6. Strength Potion, pretty useful. I'll take Manifest Authority just as a defend plus. Alright. Sadly already got our first tier 2 fight. This is a little early for comfort, but, you know. Hold up. You know what? I should focus on the midliner instead, but I'm not going to. Yeah, okay. That'll work. With a kill next turn. 1, 2, 3. Everything's back on track. One health left on the Corpse Slug, and down. Glitter Stream spoils battle and spoil collision course. I think I have to take collision course just for single target damage. Literally, like, here's our choice. Like, here's what coverage for me means. AoE, big block. This doesn't really fit into the thing. And then single target damage. There's also, you know, other things depending on what character you're playing, you know, lockdown, weaken, etc. I would have preferred like a Kingly as the tool that does the single target damage here, but I don't really get to complain about what I get. I'm going to take the upgraded Manifest Authority, and I'll use potions to push through this fight. Yeah, so I'll be knocking each of you once. Dex Pot. Sorry, not Dex Pot. Strength Pot. I'll use Strength Pot before I start attacking on the first turn. I gotta take the full hit from the first turn. Thankfully, we have Crush Under now. Great. Vulnerability on the backline, Crush Under, and Glitter Stream is full defense. Project some defense for the next turn. The annoying thing here is the bomb would win the fight in a couple turns time, but I really need to defend against more damage now. It's like way overkill. Yeah, Discovery for Gamma Blast just kills the front line, and then I can just leave only one Gardener left on the field. Nice. Save that first turn, that went okay. Gorget at the start of combat, gain 4 plating, resonance, seeking edge, and knockout blow. I'm okay taking knockout blow as single target damage here, or taking seeking edge as a secondary AoE support. I'll take it. Then this one is an upgrade again. Considering we just took the AoE fight, I'll upgrade Glitterstream rather than rather than the Crush under there. Vajra, 1 strength. Now I'll hit my rest, because that chest could have given us a thing that activates at a rest site. So I like to wait on that. I'll take the ship in a bottle here, then use Seeking Edge, defend strike, take 1 damage this turn. I'm going to use Glitterstream this turn. Annoyingly, I think I should save the Sovereign Blade until I'm also dropping Falling. Splash gives us... Ugh. Ashen Strike seeing 1 card exhaust, so it'll be 10 damage. Sword Boomerang at least is more? Yeah, it's 16 because of our strength. Okay, 2 damage taken that turn. I've got Vulnerability and Soul Blade. Here's the turn we... Oof. I mean, yeah, it's Cold Snap. Best I can do there. Tough stuff. We really want to break him with bigger than that. I'm probably going to have to use Lucky Tonic here as well now. Oh, 26. We could draw that. And we do. GG. Get to keep a tonic. Woohoo! Cure all. Gain energy, draw 2 cards. Book of the 5 rings. Every 5 cards you draft. Gain 20 health. Prophesize is a lot of card draw, but I don't really need that card draw as much as I need some cheap defense. So I'll take a Cloak of Stars there. Gonna take the Venerate upgrade to make the Cloak of Stars much more playable. I will take Fresnel Lens here, and then I'll just take any defend you offer me. And I'll say yes, please, and thank you. We can use the Lucky Tonic to negate the final turn of the Waterfall Giant. The thing is, I also don't have that much damage, so getting them to that last turn is going to be a little tough as well. So Blade instantly solves our AoE. I know the enemy's not attacking next turn, so I can safely panic. Alignment, Crush onto Devastate. Now, Devastate's good single target damage, but it's in a deck that doesn't really have the ability to support it. However, I do need more single target damage, like a lot, like really badly. None of these also say Defend, which makes it much easier to click this button. I'd also upgrade anything that gives me stars right now, but I don't have those, so I'll just upgrade Devastate to do 10 more damage. Tough first turn. Accomplish nothing. Pass. Falling Star, Crush Under, Seeking Edge, Defend. Oh. I'm gonna have to use Manifest Authority every time it's available. Yeah, nice, because sometimes it'll hit me a card. Actually, no. But sometimes it'll give me a card like Jackpot that might actually give me an out. Like, if it gave me Rolling Boulder, you know, it just solves the fight for us, that kind of thing. 1, 2, 3. That was not 3. Ugh. Some of my attacks just aren't going. Thrumming Hatchet's 15 damage a turn. Costs an energy, though. But I can afford it. Just gonna Venerate Glittering Stream and then just leave it. Alright, jackpot. No die place, weaken the enemy. Stardust here. 36 damage this turn. I could have played out Royal Gamble before it, maybe. See, we're really struggling to get the enemy's health down. Royal Gamble, at least Devastate is now going to be consistently playable, so that's good. In fact, 27, 22, that's lethal, baby. Get him. Oh, you are goddamn kidding me. I'm so mad. This decay, it will be the first thing to try and deal damage to me. So the Lucky Tonic gets spent by it, which means I have to use Cure All, and if Cure All doesn't give me a defend, I now still die. Thank you. Okay, I still need to use the Lucky Tonic, unfortunately. Rude. Bronze Scales! Start each combat with 3 Thorns, and Tuning Fork every time you play 10 skills, gain 7 block. Okay. That's... Alright, fine. Bundle of Joy, Royalties, and the Smith. I mean, it's supposed to be the Smith, and then I find my star cost support. Remove 5 cards from the... Actually? Yeah. But the upgraded versions of the cards we would be adding back doesn't really matter. Damn. Like Pale's Tooth, removing 5 cards so I don't even have the Smith in the deck, and then when it comes back, it's better. Like, gives me a little bit of time to focus on trying to gain the stars that I need to run this deck, while removing the star costs in the deck. But, the cards that get upgraded, other than Smith, basically don't matter. Give me Relax, make him nimble. 18 block, draw 2 additional energy, draw 2 additional cards, rather, and gain 2 additional energy next turn. Huge. Huge. Oh, God. That's so annoying. No ability to defend on that first turn. Glitter Stream, thankfully, is just enough defense here. Although I still also throw Manifest Authority just so that I can get the additional draw. Venerate, Smith. I'll use Falling Star Strike for the back line, and now I've just got Soul Blade set for the first. After a Reflect, so that it's lethal. And then skill, skill, kill. So now we've got the Tuning Fork ready for the first skill in the next combat. Worth taking Conqueror if I've got Smith and Soul Blade in this deck. We get way too relaxed on that first turn. Hit him with a 42 damage Soul Blade. No, it'd be significantly better for me to hold that card in hand and use it on a later turn. Even with Conqueror having just forged it. Still have to play Relax there, sadly. 6 damage to me, and then lethal next turn. Yeah. Falling Star, Smith, Conqueror, 162 damage to all enemies. Actually, it only just that enemy, to be fair. Lunar Blast, 5 for each skill you played this turn. I don't regularly play that many skills in a turn. I think I'd take a single copy of Refined Blade. I think since it's already upgraded and it's giving energy to the next turn, it's actually pretty useful for us. See, there's Glow. You know exactly what the next word out of my mouth is. But we could take Wing Charm and remove a card. Nah, I take Wing Charm, Glow, and Know Thy Place. Hey, we also get 20 health the next time I take a card. Should keep my eye on that. Especially considering it's probably going to be relevant here. Let's have a wee look in this skill pot to see if I can defend myself. Can indeed. We use decisions. On Refined Blade, I guess. Yeah, and then I'll just Soft Blade all of them down. And also, Slumbering Beetle doesn't even wake up next turn as long as I don't hit you again. Let's go. Blade for 60 to all enemies, and we get to keep the Tuning Fork. Knockout Blow upgraded, and it draws. Yeah, I'll take one. Why not? Ooh, Shackling Potion for an upgraded rare power. Sword Sage, and it draws a card, and it's upgraded. Baby, this is a Sovereign Blade run. We did it. Boo, 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 boo. Upgrade both of the relaxers, so the turn after I play, I basically just win the fight. Choose a card in hand. It's free to play this combat. I suspect I should do that to the relax, just so I can play it for free this turn. Saves us 3 energy, definitely worth it. Collision Course, no need to play Falling Star. Yeah, specifically because I'm trying to save the resources for Smith. Maybe I play Strike, Holds. Yep. Still worth playing the Relax there. No damage to me yet. Seeking Edge forces us a bigger blade. I'll play that before we cycle. Devastate and... just gonna Refine Blade and defend. It's fine. Take 10 damage that turn, but it broadens our capacity for reaching lethal here. Soul Blade next turn, we've already got it. GG. Hair for 10 more max HP, and Gamma Blast, drawing a card. Not interested in that. Bombardment. I do like Bombardment, but does it make any sort of sense to have it in this deck? Doesn't seem like it's actually really helping me to have, right? Furnace, also just not necessary here. I'm skipping past those, thanks. Miniature Cannon upgraded attacks, deal 3 additional damage. Big fan of that. If I had a way to upgrade my Civ Blade in the middle of the fight, that'd be great. Yeah, it's worth playing the relaxes even off turn. The setup's just that important. Dang. Glitter Stream, Knockout Blow for just 41. And then, yeah, Refine Blade, unfortunately. Was really hoping to have the ability to play the Smith there, but just didn't have the resources in hand. And Know Thy Place is not necessary yet, nor Cloak. Okay. Sword Sage, Conqueror, and that's 50 damage twice. A collision course that draws a card. Unfortunately, I'm still really desperate for stars, so I'm going to take the Gather. I don't think that additional shot matters as much as an upgrade does to us. get another star for our glow. Okay, we're ready to super defend. It's pretty relevant, actually. Let's see what the... Oh, wow. Oh, Sawblade is ready to kill all of the jumps next turn, so that's pretty cool. Thank you for catastropheing our AoE out of the deck. Oh. Know thy place. The Smith. Sawblade. Cool. A furnace that draws a card to replace itself. Yeah, that's about the speed I want, I think. Can't ignore that. Start with Relax, fully defend ourselves this turn, get a Sword Sage, Manifest Authority, Automation, hell yeah. Nothing else need doing this turn. Big setup. 19. Weaken. Thank you, Tuning Fork. 42 twice, 7. That's with only 14. That's 4 on the blade that have been forged in total. Furnace for the draw, and then Devastate kills. Gather Light, and that's the final I'm taking. Let's upgrade the furnace. More of the impact that thing gives. That's it. More forge, turn over turn. How can I say the word forge? I can't take less cards per turn. I've got to take the damage. Heck, I had the Tuning Fork ready to go this turn. Okay. Ugh, I hate having to choose between Smith and something else. Also, like, 3 of our powers being at the very bottom of the deck is a little unfortunate for us. Oh! Hell yeah. Never mind, we're all good. Everything's fine. Everything's great, actually. Disintegration, and now Sovereign Blade. Sovereign Blade is just waiting for the enemy to be vulnerable at this point. Sorry, not vulnerable. Conquered. Thank you. Yeah, 88 to all enemies twice, so what about 172 to all enemies twice? Pretty good. Pretty good. I think that works, actually. 7 stars, but I'd have difficulty utilizing it. Tyranny. I'm open to Tyranny here. I think Tyranny is a really good way for us to preempt the possible Enthralled pickup, which we don't find. Apotheosis. Now that's interesting. I have to generate a blade before I play Apotheosis, but then it can upgrade our Soft Blade in the middle of combat. How well would we use? We'd actually use 800 really, really well. Hit 2 shops, 1 late elite. Apotheosis making a 1 energy Soul Blade is nice, but like, really? Is that just saving us 1 energy? Because we typically just make the Soul Blade do lethal. Give me Signet Ring. Also, what if I can't make the Soul Blade on turn 1, and then I'm just hanging out on the line? No, I definitely think this was correct. You know, it'd be really nice if I actually drew a defend that turn. Do I? I don't have enough defense in this deck. I need to drop more defense. Big defense, not Gather Lights. You don't count. We'll relax. Right. Even more rest and relaxation. And that'll do it. Know Thy Place, Conqueror, Soul Blade, and 156 times 2. Ooh, Guiding Star. Already upgraded, so it draws 3 cards, but it draws an additional card the first time it's played each combat. I'm unfortunately still open to that. Upgrade to random, thank you. Strike and defend, woof. I'll take a energy every 5 turns, and whenever I enter a rest side, I'd start the next combat with extra energy, and also heal for 8. Give me 4 block on turn 1 as well. Yeah. And then in the real shop, let's remove Decay. Parrying Shield, if you end your turn with 10 block. 2/6 damage to random enemy. I mean, it's pretty good. It's worth having. 6 block whenever you shuffle your draw pile. I think I take both of those. Secret Technique's pretty good as well, but I want to leave myself open to the possibility of using my money for a relic that could be important in the next shop. I'll have more money by then. Give me Secret Technique. Especially because it can fish for Conqueror or Relax on the perfect turns for them. Speaking of, a wee bit of rest and relaxation. There we go. Uh, 42. There goes the turret operator in the back line. Give me Manifest Authority. Full defended ourselves. Bomb. Furnace. Alright, buddy. Soul Blade just kills you at the top of the next turn. Radiant Tincture and Radiate. Deal 4 damage to all enemies for each star gained this turn. It's also worth noting this is upgraded, so it'll be 7 damage to all enemies for each star gained this turn. And it draws a card to replace itself. I think I can take a risk on that. I don't need that to always be good for that to still be very good. Let's get the Secret Technique cycling. Venerable T said, we've got another one! Oh, that's great. The only elite I'm taking this line is going to be directly after a rest, so we'll be walking in with a stupid amount of extra energy. 3 extra energy on turn 1. I'm not going to play another power on this turn because I need the Tuning Fork to defend me next turn. Or rather, I'd like it to defend me next time. Grand. Ooh, we get a rolling boulder out there. Love to see it. Thank you, Manifest Authority. 10 damage AoE this turn, 15 next, 20 next, and then it just keeps going up, baby. Relax. Which Secret Technique was pulling better cards right now? I'm gonna Radiant Tincture so I can Glitter Stream. Okay. Sword Sage, Smith. Got them all. Grab a power potion for our troubles. I don't. Vulnerability and weakened that. I'm gonna take the Gather Light. I know I told you I wouldn't, but I lied. It's only malicious, okay? It's only because I'm evil. So, you know. Yeah, exactly. See, it makes sense. Certainly don't care about X costs right now. It's just going to be remove strike. And I don't even think I'm replacing it with anything here. Which actually might work out a lot better for us. Fisticuffs upgraded would be pretty good, though. That'd be 12 damage and 14 block for a single energy. And even more if I can get more damage on it. That said, it heals us right now rather than after the next elite fight, which I would prefer. Because of the Book of the Five Rings. I mean, if Relax was made for any turn, it's this one. Conqueror to start moving the enemy's debuff off. Manifest Authority as well, same reason. And again. There we are. You can now be hit. Tyranny, Seeking Edge. Let's glow and... I'm going to go Gatherlight Glitterstream just so that I have the ability to play out Forge next time I draw it. Hopefully this turn. Radiate draws nothing. Sorry, it does no damage, but draws a card. Sadly, did not find the Smith I was looking for that turn. Oof. Falling Star, I get to weaken the enemy this turn, but still uphill. Yeah, that's damage. Glow, Guiding Star, Refined Blade. Don't think I need to throw out a Falling Star for no reason whatsoever. I'd rather have a reason whatsoever to throw that. Secret Technique pulls Conqueror. Conqueror targets the enemy. 176 damage twice. I'll do it. Child of the Stars. Now, here's the thing about that. If you're going to replace yourself in my hand, I'll take you. Especially because I don't know if I'm going to get a... Yeah. I wasn't guaranteed to get... Oh, I can trade away the Book of the Five Rings, which is never going to get any more value. For the Courier, which also isn't. Bronze Scales, Gorget, Art of War. It's Book of the Five Rings for the Courier, but it doesn't actually accomplish anything there, unfortunately. But we take the Child of the Stars because it replaces itself, and I wasn't guaranteed to get another card in this. And I wanted the card for the healing. I also want to see Tyranny upgraded. So I'm drawing an additional card and being a bit more selective. Secret Technique draws Relax for turn 1. And then I'm just going to get a bunch of powers out on that field. Hell yeah. My job is to try and find a way to play that Smith, which is going to be real tough. Concerning, currently planning to spend stars to possibly draw something that could then allow us to gain enough stars. Oh, hang on. 1, 2. We did it. Stop the presses. That's now 61 in AoE twice. Let's get rid of the defend that I'm definitely not going to play. I think there's nothing for it but to throw the Soul Blade. Take 9 damage to the body, but Torchhead Amalgam's now 17 health from dead. I know I draw Radiate off the top of the deck, so it's probably just worth our while to play Relax and then nothing. Actually, I don't care about that Devastate next turn. So I'll play Radiate to draw the Devastate, and then just get past it. Definitely hit Furnace. Secret Technique for Glow. Oh, Glow. Sick. Gatherlight, Collision Course. I can drop Crush Under. Strike Debris. Defend and turn. Yeah. 100 twice is not going to do it, but I don't have the energy to force play it afterwards. So I'm going to have to glitter stream, then defend again next turn. It's tough stuff. I mean, the Gambit does keep us alive right now, and I kind of need to be kept alive right now. I'm gonna Gambit, and then I'm gonna throw Soul Blade for 100 damage on you. And now next time I draw Soul Blade, it's almost lethal. Probably should have made you vulnerable first, right, for the damage. I can see how that could have been useful. That's it. GG. Smith, Soul Blade. And I've got both of these for the next combat. Liquid Bronze. I would love the enemy to die against my Thorns so that I can buy an extra turn just to build up resources between turns of the subject. Arsenal versus Spectrum Shift versus Tyranny. I suspect Spectrum Shift is going to be better in the long run here, because it will develop more sudden defense options. Those are going to be important. I'd love to play Refining Blade, but can I afford to take 3 additional damage this turn and next turn? I don't think I can afford to not to, unfortunately. If I don't get that blade out soon, I die in this phase. Well, Exhaust Impatience, there's almost no way I ever get to play that. I can't believe you gave me that. I'm so incensed by it! I'm incensed immediately! Alright, Sword Sage. Let's see it. 27 by 2. 36 by 2. Great, that's lethal. Knock this one down. Get a couple more powers out on the field. Sadly, couldn't do that as a response to the enemy attacking me. Would have been better if I could. Anointed for literally nothing, so I'll probably just get rid of you. Strike. Probably just get rid of the strike, right? Like Muse Secret Technique to pull for any of the skills in draw pile. None of them are incredible, to be honest. Let's see what the Manifest Authority has in. That doesn't help. Secret Technique pulls Glow. You'll notice none of the cards in hand defend, so I'm kind of at the whims of whether or not I draw some defense here. Glow draws Falling Star. That's huge. Thank you. And then I can Radiate as well. Drawing another card. Guiding Star would draw a lot of cards here. However, this is also probably one of the last turns I'll ever be able to play Smith, so I'll play it there, and actually it fills out our defense because I forgot that I have Chocolate Stars. I am terrified we just die this turn, though. I'll give you a really good reason why I am as well, because we're gonna die this turn. Not capable of putting up a reasonable defense there. Yeah. Be dying by 13 HP this turn. Damn. Basically, at this point, I needed to get back to either Relax or Soul Blade or Secret Technique to pull, because otherwise, like, 40 block is really hard for me to generate in a single turn. This is a deck that's really capable of having, like, a couple of very specific good turns. But even then, the consistency is exceptionally low. Which, I mean, that's what Sovereign Blade decks are, right? Fundamentally. So how do I change that? I was given Thrumming Hatchet, right? And Anointed and... Yeah, those went in the base deck. I struggle to say that I've got too many copies of Gatherlight. It is just those three, and like, defense is definitely something we're light on at the moment. I do think getting Collision Course at the time that we picked it up was still relevant. Perhaps Know Thy Place was out. What's our 1, 2, 3, 4? Counts as defensive 5, 6, 7-ish. 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5, 10.5. That'll be another half. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so solid about half of the deck was defensive focus. About another quarter was damage focus, another quarter was utility focus. I don't think I'm better off without the additional Tyranny. I don't think I'm better off without Seeking Edge, nor Smith, nor Sword Sage. I do think I'm probably better off in retrospect without Knockout Blow. And I suppose without Furnace as well. Guiding Star was nice, but it was competing. Like, it gives me 4 draw, which is lovely. Don't have much access to that here. But it's competing for the same resources that Smith is using in that first cycle. And realistically, the speed at which I can get Smith, the Sword Sage and Seeking Edge out to set up for a Conqueror turn, the faster we win. Yeah, so I'm starting to become wary of both Knockout Blow, Furnace, and Guiding Strike in this deck. Radiate also never did anything, but the thing is, Radiate was... I mean, if Radiate ever did anything, it would have been really good, but also, it was 0 energy, it replaces itself in the hand, so it's really difficult for Radiate to be problematic. So I don't think it or Child of the Stars were necessarily wrong, especially because Child of the Stars was... Well, maybe Child of the Stars was wrong as well, because we just build up our resources in order to use the Smith and Devastate. Okay, here's my argument, I think, ultimately. I think we could have gotten away with 1 less Gatherlight, and without Guiding Star, Radiate, Furnace, Knockout Blow, and Child of the Stars. And that cutting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... And that cutting those 6 cards from deck and getting us back below 30 would have really helped us out. Now, I don't know if that would have changed the outcome here. Maybe I needed to get the additional health there as well. Because what? I'd rest up, I'd have 21 more health. Actually, no, you only heal 30%. Yeah, no, I'd have 21 more health. So I'd survive this turn with that. So here are the 2 changes I would make in retrospect. I would draft 6 fewer cards. Gatherlight, Child of the Stars, Furnace, Radiate, Guiding Star, and Knockout Blow. Secret Technique was great. Huge. Gave us so much potential and usefulness. After not taking any of those cards... I think I also go here and not take Abacus or Parrying Shield, because both of them are okay at best, absolutely. And then I think I would save my money for this shop. Now, unfortunately, I wouldn't know this at the point in this shop, but this shop definitely doesn't have that much incredible work as well. So I probably from this shop end up taking Fisticuffs, Strawberry, and Oddly Smooth Stone, but Oddly Smooth Stone for a single dex each turn, like, it is big. It is big and it do matter. And then also I'd rest instead of upgrading Tyranny. I think with those 3 changes, that is, I think we then get through to the next phase of this fight. And then I think it comes down to basically where the Sovereign Blade is in the final cycle of the deck as to whether or not I get the third phase. Test subject down. 44 damage on turn 2 of phase 2. Damn, dude, you got damage. You got claws on you. Is there a different pathing consideration to make here on this floor as well? No, not after I took the Signet Ring. And I do think Signet Ring was correct still in retrospect as well. Alas, another dead to the second boss on the final floor, but it's important to do that from time to time so that, well, from time to time I say, second episode in a row having done it, so that you can find out what to tighten up and do differently next time. And as it turns out, there's a laundry list of them in this one. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you all next time.